Welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we'll be learning how to make another design of the Canadian smoking. So for this design, we'll be making a flower pattern. Okay, so to make this pattern, we already made a box of 1 inch each, so 1 inch by 1 inch. So each square of this box is 1 inch. Then the next thing to do is just to draw out the pattern. So to draw the pattern, we're just going to be making a cross on each boxes like this. So we'll cross this box like this, then we'll leave space in the next box. We'll leave a space here, then we'll move to the next box and do another crossing. So we'll leave a space in the next box and move on to the next box to do another crossing, and we'll continue like that. We've successfully filled in the first row. Okay, so to fill the next one, we'll leave the second row completely, and then we'll continue filling like this. Fill in here, skip here, fill in here, skip it till we complete the entire box. So we are just going to fill this just like we did for the first row, like this, and then we skip the next one, and then we move on to the next like this. Then we skip this to do this for all the boxes in this paper. Okay, so I've transferred this to my fabric, and here it is on my fabric. So I'll just place the paper aside. Now to sew it, we'll take them box by box, one after the other. So I just realized the camera wasn't recording. I've done 3 knots. Okay, so to tie the knot, you remember we have each boxes crossed like this. So you go to one of the crossed posts, and then you start by passing your needle like this to one end of the box. Then you tie a knot here to hold it down. Okay, so you tie a knot. I'm using a contrasting thread so that we can see it very well. So I've tied my knot now, and this place is held for me. So the next thing I'm going to do, remember, is a 4 corner box. So basically what we are doing is passing a thread here, here, and back to this place before we drag it. So I just take my needle and pass my thread like this. Make sure that it's not tangling. Okay, and then after this, I'll pass it. I'm just passing it around the pattern, around the box that has the pattern. So I've passed it like this again. I'm passing it around the third one like this, and then lastly back to where it all starts. I hope you can see it. Okay, so now all my boxes have, let me still drag it out so that you can see that all the boxes have thread passed around it. So I'm just going to use my finger to press the center in so that I can drag everything like this. Okay, so now it is dragged. I'm just going to use my hands to arrange it so that my flower can be well formed. Okay, you can see that our flower is formed now. So I'm going to drag it very well, and then I'm going to tie a knot there to secure it. So I'll just close it diagonally like this, and then I'm going to pass my needle. Let me bring it up. Okay, I'm going to pass my needle around it like this, and then I'll tie a knot. So after tying my knot, I'm still going to bring it down to see how my flower is coming up, and I can see that it is forming very well the way I want. You can see how beautiful this is looking. So if you don't want to put beads in it, you can leave it like this, but if you want to put beads, just make sure that your bead can pass through the needle you are working with. So you just take your needle and then pass it through your bead like this, bring it down, and then you find a way to bring your needle at the center here, pass it downwards at the back, bring it out at the back, arrange your needle very well the way you want it to be. To secure the needle, you can also bring it up again at the same center, pass it through the needle again like this, and then pass it down. before you now tie it finally. So that is about what you're going to do for everything. Okay, so you can see that our needle is secured and our flower still remains the same. So just make sure that your flower doesn't lose its shape. Make sure you keep arranging it, and when you have something like this, you tie it at the back. So I'm just going to pass this and then tie a knot at the back like this, and then I'm going to cut it off. Then we move over to the next bus. So you can see the previous ones I've done. So as we are doing it, it will become more beautiful when we have plenty flowers. So I'm just going to take this off camera now to do more, so that when I bring it back, in order not to waste our data, we can see what this is going to look like. Okay, so we've done 3 rows. You can see our flower is coming out beautifully. So okay, so as you do it, you just try to arrange the flower. So this is the last line. I just want to show us what we have achieved so far. Okay, like I said, it's not compulsory you put beads. If you don't want to put beads, you just tie it and leave it like that. And also you can use half pearls too. So if you want to use half pearl, you don't need to pass it through the needle. When you are done with everything, you just use gum to gum the pearls to it. So I'm going over the last line now. Just like I showed how, we just try to pass our thread round the 4 corner. Once it is passed through out the 4 corner, we just pull it up and we tie. That's it. So I've pulled this now. I'll try to arrange it so that it will be neat and form the flower that I want. And after that, I'm going to tie it. So that's it. My flower is formed down. I'm just going to tie this to hold this in place for me. You can see our flower is formed. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4 corners are formed, and then I'm going to just bring in my beads. So like I was saying, if you don't need to put beads, you just tie it and leave it like this. If you want to put half pearl, you also tie and leave it like this, then use gum to gum the pearl here. But if you're passing it through the needle, you just need to take your needle and pass it through like this, and then inside it downwards at the center. Okay, so you can see your needle is there. You just need to pass it from the down part also again, and then through the needle. Okay, so this is the 4 rows have been completed, the beads attached, and you can see that the flowers are well formed. So give this a try and let's see what you come up with. You can tag us as Larbitress on Instagram with your practice, or also we're also on Facebook as Larbitress Fashion Swing Simplified. Okay, so kindly subscribe to our channel, like and share this video. We really appreciate your support so far. See you in our next class. Bye.